but it's apparently the day, in fact, just a few hours before the Ra Arkestra was to get on the plane for their first European tour. So this was sort of a last-minute get-together, try to work out some arrangements, and the way this tape is dubbed, actually the first half comes second, but in any case, you're going to enjoy this one. Ra Arkestra in Rehearsal from late summer or early fall of 1971. Here on WKCR FM New York, the 32-hour Sun Ra Arrival Day broadcast.
And you push, turn the knob and say, see that? Yeah, well, that's what it got, all them lights going on, and you can change it like you want it a little slower, you turn the button, and then she said, lights, you're in the space age. And musicians should face it. The fellow was over there showing me about it. He got so messed up, boy. He got all them wires they plugging in. They ain't got it together, but they trying to get it together. They ever get it together. Musicians, most of them can forget it unless they know, can apply it. If they ever get it, but see, they ain't got it together. If something else happened, they got something like where you push down on a thin strip of copper with your finger and it'll sound instead of the keyboard. You see, they got that. Now, this particular thing, I don't know whether it applies to all black people, but it wouldn't play when I touched it. So they got something where you play it, they play it, it'll sound. If you touch it, it won't sound. He said something that was different in skin. He said, for some people, it'll do that as skin resistance. He put it like that, but actually he said, well, for black folks, it ain't gonna play. You buy you one, they ain't gonna play. Now, the only way it would play, I had to wet my finger. Now, wet my finger, and then when I touch it, it would play. But as soon as that wetness right, then it wouldn't play when I touch it. Now, and all them keys wouldn't play. Now, what's that? It's a difference. He says the skin. Now they go talking about equal right here. You got a instrument that won't play for you because you black.
Next time you go tricking, take your shoes off.
Play with my toes.
No, this time you better play.
Yeah, but it might shock you or something. But that's the electricity there. So as I said, won't harm you because I know about that thermal. It took the hair off of folks' arm and all that. So now they touching this raw field of electronics, see. They even got the thing for the solder sitting up there where you touch that. Well, they can do that. Black folks got a lot of electricity in them anyway, and they go touching something see. It's just nature that's protecting them, so resistance, because otherwise it go all the way through you or something. It don't matter about them, They ain't nothing, no way. So it go through them, it ain't gonna hurt them. You go over there and be touching everything, knock you out. So now they got that instrument. It's mean. It's not on the market. It's made in this district. Now they got a lot of different instruments that you don't know nothing about. And that's what I be trying to tell black musicians. See, I know about it. They tell me about them because I can play them. I saw some instrument where a fellow got a book this big on. It takes you 6 months to learn how to play them because it's got the music. Blue C, a green C, a red C, a white C, and purple C, and all that. Every C gets a different something on that instrument. And you read the music, you see a purple C, you push this over there. You see a red C, you push this over there. And you wouldn't really get a C, you get a C. Now the red C might be just a little bit sharper. And in between your C and your C sharp, you might have 8 notes or 16 notes, and all of them different. And that lets you know which one of the differences. If they got 16 colors down there, that means between your quarter, your half tones, between your C and your C sharp, you got 16 notes. Between your C sharp and D, you got 16 notes. Now they got all that work with. And they got something down there so low that when you strike it, it shakes the house just way down there. They had that before they had to move. But they only teach white students in the Midwest, like in our way. They got a big center up there. You don't know nothing about it. They don't have put the records on the market. One LP costs you $24. They don't advertise it. Now, all that they got for black musicians, and I've been trying to tell them, you are way behind. And they are, but I mean, everything they do, I know it. Like they like this fellow run to show me everything about that. Because you see, he wanted to find out about mine. He kept on saying, now this so and so and so, it's like the T3 on yours, right? Such and such and such thing, so and so and so, and the envelope and the generator envelope, like that's on yours too, right? Trying to find out about mine because they don't know. I got one that nobody else has in the world. So they want to find out about it, see? And when they hear it, you see, they can forget them big ones. So they want mine back at the factory to give me another one. I don't want them. I'm going to keep this one until I lost it or something. We'll pay them for it. Because this is one that ain't nowhere, nobody has one like. I said, I don't want everything everybody else got. I keep this one. Because they just threw it together for me when I went up that one Sunday. Just run and put it together. And that's when they want it back. Because they don't know what it does, you know. Ready? And now it's getting so it does lightning and thunder. When I hit a note kick up, and 3 minutes later it starts lightning and thundering on it. So, and then I don't, it just does it. Like it's got a mind of its own. Really? Well, now we got this. We got the idea behind that. Basically, we might take just an hour tomorrow because, you know, I don't usually rehearse the day before we play a big engagement. I might just in the morning just someone should go out there just to hear the sound of the place. I don't think anybody playing that tomorrow, though. Yeah, so we should go out there and hear them. Because it's out there, and then you go out and see what you're going to have to wear because we're out in the open. In the back, you know, you got a back concrete thing, but then the air can come in on the side like that. And maybe the top push.
Is it the wind go like this?
I didn't see no mics because it's built up for acoustics, so I don't know. Anyway, now this number, we're going to do this, but the application of it is that maybe you might start it up. Take 8 measures now. Both. No, I mean, just 8 measures, you're playing a solo. I just said 8. It might be where you're taking a solo, we just played something, you take a solo, and you actually end the piece before this, but sometimes we put 2 and 3 pieces together. It depends upon the mood or what's needed. You know, sometimes folks ain't really hearing what I'm doing or something, and I know they aren't, because I'm over there in their minds, and I know. Sometimes they get afraid when we playing, I know that, so I go another direction. I don't want a bunch of zombies up there scared of me. I'm the one I'll be scared of them. Ready? Two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4. fly that tonight. See, Jackson ain't here, and then so no need of me giving you a thing of it. See, because I probably want something like a cello and bass in there, so cello's in here. Did he call back up? Was you able to get him when you called back? What did he say? No, I'm talking about in New Jersey.
Oh, that's Richard taking care of that.
Richard taking care of it. Ask Richard what happened.
Richard.
Cause he waiting on me. See, the plane leaving
Richard.
5, so if I don't get to him, he gonna miss it.
Hey, Richard.
Well, now, cause it had to be whether it's Newark or New York. You know, they don't have one plane leave from Newark today. I think when he called him just now, he wasn't there. Did you do Love in Outer Space last night? Yeah, so we're gonna have to be. Give me that part of it. What did he say? Yeah. See, there he be out of place, man. I called him yesterday and he wasn't at home. Yeah, but they don't do keeping their word. They got so many things to do. Well, maybe you should call Jackson again and ask him as Bettine called him, because it'd probably be better for you to go and get him anyway. Bettine's talking.
Get right over there and pick him up and bring him down there.
It's going to be difficult if you go over there. The house still will be. What are we going to do?
Yeah, let Jackson get his stuff. I got to be this place. I want to get there at 1:30.
Unless you take somebody else over there and leave him in his place till Bettine get there or something.
Jackson said it's over. It ain't safe anyway. Once you lock it, all you got to do is give him a sideways picture.
That's Bettine, ain't it? I ain't leaving none of my stuff. I'm there bringing stuff with him over there. I'm going to post some fire on him today, boy. Fix him. They were already broke. need another bass drum in with John. We'll need another drum set, a bass drum set. The Bettini.
No, not the Bettini. The other guy, the real song light.
We needed to do mine. We got the hour set for John, so he can take care of that Clifford Jarvis. Because y'all might be sitting up there bugging the rug. Clifford Jarvis wants his job back, boy. He gonna come there to try to brush out. He gonna be trying to show me that I'm the greatest, and them niggas get rid of him. He done told everybody he come to California to play with me. Now he coming out here with Alice Coltrane. I said, how you coming out here to play with me? And he coming out here. That's what he said. He ain't give up, boy. He don't even need it with the band because he saw some more drummers and now he don't like that. Yeah. He ready. He coming ready, boy. He mad now. He don't play that. Took his job. He did used to like Lex till Lex played a nice solo behind him. Now he don't like Lex. He told me and Lex can play together. But that Lex solo behind him and it sounded so good, since then Clifford said, I don't play that.
You take it, Lex. You got it. You got it, Lex.
Really? So Lex messed up. Should have took a solo before Clifford. Took one after him, so that's it. For him, for Lex, forget it. You better be glad you don't do him like you did one drummer. He got up and told the drummer in front of everybody, it's love, stop stealing my stuff, nigga. You don't do nothing but stealing my stuff. Get your own style. Actually, place full of folks. Drummer had quit. He talked about drummer quit. Mm-hmm.
But the big drummers are playing.
Talking about Marshall?
Chicago.
Oh yeah, the other drummer. He broke the drummer's snare drum. He did something. He tough on drummers. Ready? If it's possible, boy, by hook or crook, he'll play with Alice Coltrane, play with us too. You coming out here with her, boy. Ready?
You like that?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't show up. Because he been asking Jack, where am I and all that, you know. Can't get rid of him. Ready? Did you talk to Jackson? Well, you should go on and get him. Well, I mean, I don't know. It ought to be some way for him to take his stuff and get out the window or something. That looks bad, though.
Yeah, he said he was thinking about that, but he didn't know about the neighbors because he don't know where he at.
Any food back there to take to him until the team show up? Because he ain't eat since got nothing in the refrigerator. That's Renat over here. I went over there and stayed one night. Ain't been back since. Take Art over there and leave him till Patine get there. Danny? Well, you can finish the rope over there. Cause you full, see? You already eaten, so you won't. Really? Did.
You just want to get out the fire.
Yeah. One. Ready? Who, Lex? Stop him from where? I wouldn't doubt it. Ready? One. Now, we got the part of this out of here, huh? Well, let's see. Now, let's do a little bit of friendly guys. Now you can go on, because I hate to see anybody without hungry. You got to take him some money and do something. Huh? Well, he'll be right back. Because John got to go somewhere anyway.
What time? Hey, well, listen, I'll be back. Danny, you won't be back? No. He should call.
Well, the best thing, maybe you can, when you get through, you can run to the post office. Huh? Then. And that way I won't have to break up my rehearsal and wait till later on. Ready? First course, y'all let the flutes take it, because you know you at that record yesterday where the drummers drowned everybody out. And everybody just laid out. And I couldn't use that. I had 40 minutes of drums. I was trying to get this in the couldn't use it. When it comes to the recorder, you can't just give a record with nothing but drum, you see. That's what I used to try to tell Clifford Job. Now he took about a 40-minute solo on the thing. I told him, I said, we recording. Make no difference, though. Ready? That's on his fault, boy. You don't know when to stop. Now you take it with the bass and very soft on the drum. Now, John, let them take it first, you know, unless you're going to play the melody. Sometimes it's hard for the flute sound melodic to get over to the folks, so maybe you should play the melody with them. But you be standing somewhere else, you know, back in the background, not at a mic. Well, ready? That's what I'm talking about. Now, is that your piccolo you got? Now, unless you're right on the microphone, it's not coming through. The only reason I hear it is because I know the number, but this is a pretty song. The people very seldom hear the melody of this. When you had that alto flute, I mean, it really calls for an alto flute, for Chango flute, to cut through. Play it on the alto. I told you play it with anticipatory move. If you play it on time, you play it correct, you can get behind. So this is designed like that. I mean, when that note hits up and echo against the wall, and bounce back, it throw you off a little bit. You have to play it anticipatory. You see, because it's... Now that might sound like it's not in time, but it is. Because it's got something to do with energies. Now, it's leaping about, so it takes more energy to leap up. So by the time you take the energy, and then it'll be a drop or something. I mean, it won't bounce unless you play this anticipatory rhythmic thing. See? Just forget it. See, now you've been playing that number 10 years and can't play it yet. See? I told you, anticipatory rhythms. That means you're a little bit ahead of the beat. Don't think about it, just play it. Play like you're picking up time, and then you'll be correct. It's designed like that. You can't play it right on time, you see? If you play it right on time, you're going to be wrong. Told you. It's designed for sound. Ready? Try it again. Now, you're playing the correct march. You hit that note right on the head. But when you said ja-ba, yeah, da-ja, da-ya, yeah, that was all right. It's anticipatory. But the next note, you said da, ja, da, ja. I don't want that. You said da, da, ja, da, da. Listen. I'm not asking you to do something that I can't do. I'm doing it. Of course, it's not according to the system of music, but who cares? Play it anyway. I mean, musicians have been playing by ear. They were playing by ear before they were playing by writing. So I'm playing it for you. Let your ear catch it. Of course, it takes more than your ear to catch. Your spirit has to catch it. See? You ain't got nothing to do with this alone. If your spirit ain't up to a certain level of activity, as far as aliveness is concerned, of course you won't catch it. Played at that time because you wasn't counting, you wasn't thinking about it. You just have to do just like I'm talking. I'm not measuring my words and saying 1, 2, 3 and I did this and that. I can't do that. Music is a language, so you're not supposed to be counted. You know, I might hold a word a little longer than usual if I want to emphasize what I'm saying. That's the way music is. You move, you want to emphasize something, you hold it a little longer something so they can get the idea. After all, you know, people are not no geniuses or nothing like that. And you be playing music and notes go right on by them, and then you talk about they don't appreciate it. Of course they'd appreciate it if you let them hear it. Preachers be up, they be sure to hear what they're saying, and they reiterate over and over and over. You're going to heaven when you die. And everybody hears that and they believe, and they give the preacher some money. Now, if you reiterate over and over and over about art and beauty, they come up and give you some money. But only if you reiterate it, you see? And musicians have gotten so they be thinking more about how good they are, and they forget about the reiterations. Now, the machine's going to be dealing in reiterations. You see, that's where it's at. If you're not able to play these reiterations over and over and over and over and over and over and over, because most people's lives like that, over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Sometimes you have to play that where they can hear it and associate it with them. And they'll get over in there with you, over and over and over and over and over. See? You have to be real friends. And then you grab them one day when they ain't looking and jack them over there with you. Say, now you're over here with me. Otherwise, forget it. Now you do that. Now they'll be trying to figure out how you're doing that. Sound like you're playing wrong. That would interest them more than if you're playing right. Folks are always interested when you're doing something wrong. Everybody. You're doing something right, nobody's interested. You think they want to go and tell each other, I saw so-and-so doing something right? No. They be saying, and you know I saw so-and-so doing this, that, and the other. It's got to be something bad. Now, you play some music, they say, I think they were playing wrong, but last one was a little off because you played it correctly. Yeah, 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 you played that correctly. You played wrong. A little bit ahead of the beat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, try it again. And you can see it's very effective. That's what the other jazz bands did. That's when folks can't play it today. They're a little bit ahead. And then they decide they want to play a little bit behind, like Chicago music. They be playing a little bit behind the beats. And that's hard to do, too. And so it's either ahead or behind, and then there's some music that's right on the beat. Well, white people can do that. If it's right on the beat, they got you. You say, that's my stuff. And you get ahead of the beat, and you get behind the beat, and then they'll talk about you and say, you know, it ain't even music. It's because they can't play it. And you get on the beat, that's it. You can forget it. You won't have a job. You stay on the head of the beat, something that you can't count. Now the only thing that's passive is the two drummers. Lex always stays over there the most passive, you see? He's over in the comfortable bug in the rug thing, you see? Everything is beautiful because he's going to heaven when he dies. And y'all ain't made it yet. So he's happy because he know he's going to make it to heaven. But see, y'all don't believe nothing like that. So y'all are quite a little bit more restless, you see? So when you have things where you are comfortable in your beliefs, you are all comfortable. And snug bug in the rug, you play nice, lovely, right in place rhythms. But when you type of musician, you look out at the world and you say, something wrong with this stuff. It ain't nothing but BS. Then you get so mad, you play it on your instrument. You play some fire on that. That's what it's all about. But if you're not mad with the world, you can't play. You can't really play what it takes. See? The world likes a warrior. So musicians are warriors when they really mad and they got there and play some stuff, and all the soldiers and everybody come here. Generals will come and say, oh yeah, that's something, ain't it? Because you see it's violent. You have to adjust yourself accordingly. You see, that's when I stopped using film the bass, because they didn't fit, they didn't balance themselves, they'd be playing too loud. Now don't you be guilty of the same thing. You should be wanting to hear the bass anyway. Ready? Also in your solos, you can do that too. You can switch the whole thing. And then sometimes you play right on the beat. Then sometimes behind. You got three things to work with then. You got to make them over in there, you see, because it's really wall in music. Black and white. Now, you have to be where they can't win. You can't win over there with that symphony bands, because you ain't got no symphony bands or nothing. You ain't got no black folks putting nothing behind you. You can't win with them folks on that. On unity, I mean, as far as in that particular thing, as all of them together, you ain't gonna win like that. The best way you can win is all those who gonna be together separate and leave them others out there who ain't gonna be together. Leave them out there by themselves. Otherwise, you ain't gonna make it. Because it's all about togetherness. The white race is together. Let them fool you talking about they revolting and revolution. What they gonna revolute against? They got everything. But that's for you. You jump out there talking about revolution. I told the truth the other night when I said, no, not no revolution for black folks, not no world freedom, not no peace. They don't need nothing like that. They need unity, precision, discipline. And so that's the only thing white folks gonna respect and get out the way. And I'm up there telling them right to their face. I said, because they got their stuff together and I got mine together. And I'm not afraid of them. I ain't even worried about them. Now I'm telling them that. Then you have to demonstrate that. I tell you, it's about unity, precision, discipline. That's it. Now once black musicians had more of that than anybody in the world, that's what jazz is. It's precision, discipline. All the improvisations, nothing else like it in the world. Nothing like it. So then it's the top music, regardless of what they said. But they said jazz is dead. But no, jazz isn't dead. The musicians are dead. They're the ones that's dead. Jazz will never die. But when musicians get so passive and everything, and they can't play, improvise according to what's happening in the universe, then of course they're dead. And they make the music dead, because a dead man can't play live music. You know that. He can only be dead. Now you ready with the next one is, what's that, intergalactic research? I got about 4 different intergalactics, and I always get mixed up. Did you eat yet, Jackson? Did you eat yet? Well, that'll help pay up for a little more of your sins. Your dues will probably be paid up for this year. You like that, wouldn't you?
I figured it'd be something like that.
Really? And what happened to you, Patine? I got some fire for you, boy. Well, how come you didn't call me? I told you precision, discipline. Demonstrated that to you in Europe. Tell you, communication. See? So you get some fire as soon as I get through. Ready? With John, because you be sitting on one side of the stage, he's on the other, so sometimes one side of the audience don't hear him because they be drowning him out, the drummers. Didn't you have the part in there anyway, Kwame?
No, I never had it.
Yeah, well, right now you play the lead in there, and then we get the trumpet part in there later. the melody. Hear the melody in there? Yeah. Now we got to adjust the saxophones. Maybe oboe or something. 'Cause I don't never hear that part under there. It's a nice part. Jump, boom, jump. It's not delicate enough. Maybe you should hit a D, a E, and a G. Jump. D, E, and a G. Yeah. Now I think you have to play it on your oboe, because I can't. What were you making? You hitting G to E. Let me hear you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something didn't sound the way I wanted to sound. Now, Kwame, you were making a what? Play what you was playing originally in there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a C, a D. Now, that's the part that the sax is making it sound too soft. It's brassy. And play your oboe. Babe. Note, he got the lead. What's your other note? Make a B flat to A flat. All right, Kwame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. start E to D. C to B flat. Down. You make your G to F, I mean. Yeah. Play your part, Kwame. D. Remember, John got the lead. Y'all play soft and the trumpet a little louder. Jackson, make your make an A to a G. I mean A to. You actually got a free play. See. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, play. What you making, Watson? What notes you making? D what? Now that's the main thing, the idea of that. Now it's another note in this idiom. We have to move fast because there's so many numbers we don't know. What's that number that where the sax is intergalactic something else? Yeah, we want to have as much fullness as possible. You know, play some of our. There's a chance to play some of the arrangements too. Plus, I got a Coltrane will have drummers and different things, so we won't sound like them. And play another New York style on them. Based on harmony and necessity, black necessities. Ready? Now, that's intergalactic art. What's the name of that one?
Living Myth 7.
Living Myth 7.
No. Intergalactic Universal we just played.
See, now, Algo's phone is out of order. See, the folks don't be in place, but the folks just get over there and say, oh, yeah, you in place, huh? Now I can't contact him. Phone out of order. But he should have come on with us when we came. So he always has something else to do. Ready? Kick it off, Marshall, so I can get the bass part of it. 1. Is it 7/4? Ready? Kick it off, John. We didn't play it real fast, no way. We played it fast. I'd be directing it, you know, sometime. And I'd be, see? Play it slow first. Yeah. 1, 2. Well, make it 8. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a sock similar, but 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 2. One, 2, 3, 4. play a double time in there. Now, your indication of what you're supposed to play is over on Danny's music. He isn't here right now, but so you play double time. Yeah, double time. Now, Kwame, you play a solo in that. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it fast. 1, 1. Let's see. You can play it. Based it on that. 1, but that'll put you in 6/4 time. You're gonna be in other time. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 to jump.